What is good, horror horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer back with another video for you, and as you can tell by the title of this video, this is another Found Footage Friday. Before I get into it, I just want to apologize for last Friday. With the holiday and everything, it was impossible to record, so I didn't have a Found Footage Friday video up this past week. But we're going to make up for that because, as you can also tell by the title of this video, we're going to dive into one of my favorite found footage movies. The OG, in my opinion, found footage movie. But before we do that, just know that your boy Horror Gamer's Found Footage Fridays have, that's right, spoilers in them all day, every day. So if you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. You can find it anywhere at this point. Watch it, come back, let me know in the comment section what you think, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, whether you believe it's the OG or whether not. But anything beyond this point is on you. So, with all of that nicety out of the way, let's just dive right into it. As you saw in the title, on our second episode of Found Footage Friday, we are going to be diving into the Blair Witch Project. So, the Blair Witch Project came out, I think, back in like 98 or something. And it was so well done and so well, like, just marketed that it made people think it was real. Like, for the longest time, I thought it was real. It was so convincing that people were actually going to Maryland to try to find Burkittsville and try to find the Blair Witch and maybe come across these kids. And it was years until, like, later in life that I actually saw the actors in this movie in other things. So, like, for the longest time there, I literally thought this movie was real. I mean, the way they marketed it, the way they convinced it, the way they convinced people, like, that it was real, these guys were geniuses. Like, it was so well done. Like, being in the woods, being lost in the woods, the stuff you packed is running out. You have no idea where you are. You're going in circles. You lose the map to get out. You keep following somebody who literally doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They were just told that stuff is back there, and they just go and they don't think about it. And then to get all that on film, and then for people to find it later, like, the marketing was amazing. The movie was amazing. Like, the scenes at night when they're sleeping in a tent, and each night it just gets worse and worse until you get that buildup of that tent shaking, and just the stress that it induces. Like, you watch this movie, you get stressed out. You feel for the characters. You're like, oh shit, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be in this situation where you're just lost. You're in these woods. You have no idea where the fuck you are. There's something coming after you, and you don't know what to do. You're scared. You're angry. You're hungry. You're tired. You smell. You know what I'm saying? All this is rolled into one, and this is stress-inducing. And they also hit a home run because they also threw out what they called, they threw out a mockumentary with this around the same time called The Curse of the Blair Witch, which is like, it's a mockumentary of Burkittsville and the story behind the Blair Witch. Now, is the Blair Witch real? I do think that the Blair Witch is like a real story. But they threw the mockumentary out, and then they had people who were their family on this mockumentary talking about their disappearance and how the night before they disappeared, they were talking to them, before they left, how excited they were. They were talking to, like, the teachers and everything. That's why this movie was so, like, convincing that it was real, because they had the stuff like that. Like, the marketing on it was amazing. They marketed it as it was real found footage. This is the OG, in my opinion, of the found footage genre, because, I mean, while there may have been, I don't remember if there may have been found footage before this, in my opinion, this is what found footage perfected looks like. This had, like I said, it had it all. It had the drama, it had the scares, it had the just everything, the stress. And throughout the whole movie, you're just like, these poor kids. But I'm stressed the fuck out too. Like, I'm ready to yell at somebody and whip somebody's ass, because you see them slowly turn on each other. It gets to the point that morale gets so broken that they turn on each other, and then at the end I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They're at that I don't give a fuck point that I'm screwed. Like, they accepted the fact that they're possibly screwed. And then they got the nose scene, I like to call it, where she's talking into the camera, she's holding it on her face, and fucking boogers are coming. Like, that's why it felt real, because, like, when you cry, and you get into a deep cry, and the boogers are coming out and stuff, that was another reason for the longest time I thought it was real. Like, she's fucking cleansing her soul to this camera right now, because she knows that she's about to die, you know what I mean? And this movie was such a great movie. OG, in my opinion, definitely, if it wasn't for this one, we wouldn't have, in my opinion, the found footage like we have today. You know what I'm saying? This perfected it. This introduced it to me. It was the founding father of found footage, and I definitely recommend you check it out. This is my favorite found footage movie of all time. It's the OG. It's my favorite one. I mean, there has been some great found footage ever since. Don't get me wrong. Amazing found footage. But for me, this one will always be the original. This one will always be the best. And this one will always be the OG. So, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you agree with me? Is there one that you think is better? Is there one that, basically does for you like Blair Witch does for me? Let me know in the comment section. Get up involved in this, guys. Get involved in this. Let me know what you think. So, alright, Horror Horde. With all that being said, the Blair Witch Project Found Footage Friday is definitely Horror Gamer approved. So, alright, Horror Horde. With all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this Found Footage Friday as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button, along with that ding-a-ling-ding-ding button. Every time your boy Horror Gamer throws up one of these Found Footage Fridays, you're in the know. Also, when you're done doing that, head on over to the Horror Gamer Patreon and see what kind of good stuff we got. We're working on stuff, guys. The Patreon is fun. We got the movies and all kinds of goodness. So, head on over there. And then when you're done doing that, jump on over to the Z Network and see what kind of awesome stuff we got going on over there, too. I mean, that's a special place, man. We got all kinds of stuff. We got comedy, we got horror, we got podcasts, we got all kinds of stuff. Definitely run over there and check it out. It's definitely a place that has something for everybody. So, alright, Horror Horde. With all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you, guys. And until next time, this is your boy Horror Gamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.